Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I just thought I would make this recording because I have not been on my channel as much as I'd like, and I think actually going forward, whenever I'm inspired, as I am today during my study, to perhaps read a passage from the writings of Neville Goddard or something, that I'll do that. I'll record that and upload it rather than waiting to do the bigger productions that I tend to do. I'm going to be reading from The Power of Awareness, and the chapter is Essentials. In my copy, it's chapter 19 of The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. I'm not sure if it will be the same in yours. I do have a couple of versions of this. So the chapter title is Essentials. And what I liked about this, I was thinking that what I'm about to read about our self-concept and the successful use of the law of assumption is that this information is timely. It's always timely, it's always useful. We never sort of stop being the representation of the imagination of God on earth. But I think as we settle and navigate what many are referring to as the new normal, I thought it'd be really good for us to not accept what is a prescribed new normal, but to set out our own stalls and to be the determinators of our own new normal, if that's what you want to call it. Just being in control of every aspect of your own experience as divinely impressed on you, because that's the only way to do things right. That's the only way to live well. That's the only way to live gloriously. So I'm going to just read the chapter and just leave it to you to ponder on these ideas and these thoughts until I am with you again in the next upload. So this is what Neville says in the chapter Essentials. The essential points in the successful use of the law of assumption are these. First, and above all, yearning, longing, intense, burning desire. With all your heart, you must want to be different from what you are. Intense, burning desire combined with intention to make good is the mainspring of action, the beginning of all successful ventures. In every great passion, desire is concentrated. As the heart panteth after the water brooks, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. Psalm 42, verse 1. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. Here the soul is interpreted as the sum total of all you believe, think, feel, and accept as true. In other words, your present level of awareness. God means I am, the source and fulfillment of all desires. This quotation describes how your present level of awareness longs to transcend itself. Righteousness is the consciousness of already being what you want to be. Second, cultivate physical immobility, a physical incapacity, not unlike the state described by Keats in his Ode to a Nightingale. A drowsy numbness pains my senses, as though of hemlock I had drunk. It is a state akin to sleep, but one in which you are still in control of the direction of attention. You must learn to induce this state at will. But experience has taught that it is more easily induced after a substantial meal or when you wake in the morning feeling very loath to arise. Then you are naturally disposed to enter this state. The value of physical immobility shows itself in the accumulation of mental force, which absolute stillness brings with it. It increases your power of concentration. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm chapter 46, verse 10. In fact, the greater energies of the mind seldom break forth save when the body is stilled and the door of the senses closed to the objective world. The third and last thing to do is to experience in your imagination what you would experience in reality had you achieved your goal. You must gain it in imagination first, for imagination is the very door to the reality of that which you seek. But use imagination masterfully, and not as an onlooker thinking of the end, but as a partaker thinking from the end. Imagine that you possess a quality or something you desire which hitherto has not been yours. Surrender yourself completely to this feeling until your whole being is possessed by it. This state differs from reverie in this respect. It is the result of a controlled imagination and a steadied, concentrated attention, whereas reverie is the result of an uncontrolled imagination, usually just a daydream. In the controlled state, a minimum of effort suffices to keep your consciousness filled with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The physical and mental immobility of this state is a powerful aid to voluntary attention and a major factor of minimum effort. The application of these 3 points: 1. Desire. 2. Physical immobility. 3. The assumption of the wish already fulfilled is the way to at-one-ment or union with your objective. The first point is thinking of the end with intention to realize it. The third point is thinking from the end with the feeling of accomplishment. The secret of thinking from the end is to enjoy being it. The minute you make it pleasurable and imagine that you are it, you start thinking from the end. One of the most prevalent misunderstandings is that this law works only for those having a devout or religious objective. This is a fallacy. It works just as impersonally as the law of electricity works. It can be used for greedy, selfish purposes as well as noble ones, but it should always be borne in mind that ignoble thoughts and actions inevitably result in unhappy consequences. There you are, a reading from the work of Neville Goddard. I hope you enjoyed this upload. Until we are together again, stay phenomenally you.